try so I get more people to tune in so we can get the discussion on. If not, I can just. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I know it's you, Brandon. So I'm not gonna be surprised by it. What's going on, guys? This is Devin. This is Devin from DHR2 Productions, and yeah, we're gonna be covering a whole lot, and we're gonna be talking a lot. So, for starters, if you're new to this channel, if you're just tuning in, and if you're just watching me, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like for your boy as well. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you must. And don't forget to click that bell, be a part of the DH crew, aka the DZ viewers. Uh, yeah. So last weekend was a roller coaster. Internet rumors about the Power Rangers and stuff. That's the one thing that I care about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love the Power Rangers since I was young. I care about the story. I care about the writing. I care about the character development. And most importantly, I care about the martial arts fights. So I think the first thing we're going to be talking about is the reboot canceled. There's a, a whole lot of internet rumors about this Hasbro and Paramount movie. So it says that it's Power Rangers reboot canceled. Find out plot release and so much more. Yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. It says that the characters every single '90s kids and also, I mean, and so many more generations remember are the Power Rangers. The animated show, first of all, the show is not animated; it's live action. I think the person who wrote this must have felt that the Power Rangers had CGI when it came to the Japanese stock footage. I don't think I've watched AEW, but I'm planning on watching it tomorrow. When I do my review of it. I mean, I haven't watched wrestling in all wrestling in a while, so I've been so busy with school and try to grow my channel. So I think I'm gonna catch up on it. Um, but yeah, getting back to the rumors, the animated show has had so many spin-offs and live action shows, with each having its separate storylines. The show had first started a part of Japanese Super Sentai series Kuru Sentai Ranger. The American adaptation was called The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which we all know today. And it's like, um, this show follows high school teenagers who gain superpowers. They tend to get these as shown in a movie during the exploration of the main. Wait a second. Yeah. Um, of a mine. They ended up finding some shiny objects there. As soon as they touch it, it sets off a blast of energy. No. First of all, the 2017 movie did not make any sense because they didn't really. I mean, I know it's based off Day of the Dumpster, but I just felt like the way they did it, you know, you supposed to get the powers after you morph, not when you touch the power coin. I mean, it doesn't really make any sense. It's like Chronicles mixed with, it sucks. Those stones chose them to become the next generation of Power Rangers. They train for the coming disaster with the help of Red Ranger called Zonon. The movie follows them fighting against Rita and Goldar to save the world. I have no idea about it though, but I think once I get the info on it, I'll probably let you guys know. But I don't think I'm planning on getting any more fighting games for the PS4 because every time you get it, you gotta download a file, you gotta do all the stupid crap. Like what happened to the good old days when you don't have to download stuff for fighting games? You don't see them doing that on the PS2. So what you know what? Let's get back on track for real, because this is about Power Rangers. The reboot is rumored to involve time traveling to the 1990s. The movie would be showing some glimpse of Amy Jo Johnson, who was a part of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. this is the first ever adaptation of the Power Rangers franchise. But I don't think time traveling will ever work because if you're going to do a reboot, you should basically film the movie based on, well, you know what I'm saying, it takes place in 1990, not time traveling because that just wouldn't make sense. Um, as we all know that all the Rangers are connected in a way of their powers are shown in the show. This might be taking consideration of the plot of the reboot, and I don't think it's gonna happen because I listen. I don't think that time traveling for the reboot is gonna make any sense because if you're gonna do that, like at least have Time Force Rangers in it, not involve time traveling because I don't know, man. It just doesn't sound right. The movie has had a fantastic response with the Power Rangers grossing 85.4 million in the United States and Canada, and and 57 million in other territories for a worldwide gross of 142.3 million against a production budget of 100 million. No, the movie failed on its own due to unwanted politics and making treating the LGBT character just dumb. It in the United States and Canada, Power Rangers opened alongside Light, Chips, and Wilson and was projected to gross 30, 30, oh, 30, okay, how am I supposed to say it with a slash? Oh, 30 to 35 million from 3,693 theaters on its opening weekend. The reboot release and more details will be given out very soon. The movie is rumored um, to shooting and release between 2020 and 2021. Uh, the audience were notably diverse, and most 18 to 34 years old was also one of the reasons the movie. No, what? First of all, I don't think the movie had any good response because first of all, if you add politics in movies that is not needed in the first place, nobody is ever going to watch a movie again due to what you're doing in Hollywood and it failed. So okay, I think that's it. All right, so I think this is it. The part that really gets me with this whole rumor is that you know he says that Power Rangers was animated. No, it's not. It's all CGI. It was a live action from Japan, so you need to do a little bit more research on it. But then the part where he was talking about how it has a positive response, no, it hasn't. The only positive response it had is from delusional Power Ranger fans who do not understand our cry. Nice to see you again, man. Take care of yourself, buddy. So the reason why the movie did not do so well in the box office because of due to politics and a lot of people. It's like every time we say something about politics, they always want to act dumb. Like what we're talking about. Stop being so delusional about you know like where it's politics in movie. It's all in there. Do you not see that? My gosh, people are just so dumb sometimes. Though it's like you know explaining it to one delusional person, it's like talking to a brick wall. You try to explain to them about one subject, and then their minds be what? Like, where's politics? It's in there. Gosh, it's just so irritating, try to explain to certain people though, but what's the point? So I don't well here's my suggestion if you're going to do a reboot of the Power Rangers movie. If you're going to do a reboot, like all the reboots, like do like how the Bumblebee movie did, like how it was set in the 80s, right? So if you do that with the Power Rangers set in the 90s with its original characters without adding any politics whatsoever, found out what true origins of the original Fire Rangers like the show didn't do, and found out where they came from about their parents, why they're always doing this and that, the history between Zona and Rita, and have Rita and her crew all there, and just do the fans some justice. You know, do it right. Make sure the story is well written. Don't add any more politics. And please, you know what? Let me get to the next part about gender swapping the Red Ranger and why I'm totally against it. Okay, this PS4 want to act funny. Um, I know you guys are going to be very angry about this. So I don't believe any of that. These are just rumors. So it says that rumor alert um, to anyone who takes the Rangers with a dose of power. The upcoming Power Rangers cinematic reboot will feature a gay Blue Ranger. Yeah, I think a person who wrote this is extra feminist, like to the max. The news came to be a Hollywood gossip star. I mean, site. We got this covered, so take it with a grain of salt. That said, the 2017 Power Rangers movie also hinted that Yellow Ranger was a LGBT character, which we all know. This reboot version will feature a more overt gay character, possibly intended to nod to David Yost, the Blue Ranger in the original 1990s TV show. David, I mean Yost has since come out as gay and revealed that the shocking amount of homophobia entered the set. Well, we all know his history, but I don't think they're gonna go all the way out, but making him all the way gay, as fruity as possible. Not trying to be funny or anything. Uh, well, the new Power Rangers movie, helmed by Jonathan I'm in with, so am I now okay with this? Will probably revolve around time travel premise that would feature a new cast of Rangers traveling into the past to interact with the original Rangers lineup TV series starring Jason David Frank and Emilio Johnson. Well, also reprise their roles as Green and Pink Rangers as well. That sounds stupid. I don't think I want to go to movies to see this crap. The Power Rangers reboot has yet to set release date. They include a gay lead comes as uh, sensitive time when Hollywood blockbusters have come under license pressure to include more LGBT heroes. Oh my god, have included queer character. Like Paramount better not do this crap, man. They better not cross the line. And we got some comments saying, despite some flaws, I actually really enjoyed the 2017 Playoff film. More than I thought I would. I think the problem was, non Rangers. Like, I'm not never gonna read it. I'm just gonna read what it says. Just read it on. I'm just looking through the comment section, y'all. So Oh, trust me, I hated the film looking back at it now. No, it's not going to be great. See, this is the thing that pisses me off the most. Those who actually support this do not understand why we hate gender swapping and why we hate politics. Like, it's just stupid. I mean, it's bad enough that the 2017 movie did not do so well in the box office stuff, but the fact that you want to go this route and try to add politics into it just doesn't make any sense. And the whole time traveling thing, I really don't want that to be the case, and I really don't want them to gender swap the Red Ranger, the first male Ranger, Jason Lee Scott. I don't see it. I don't think I want that to happen. It's just rumors, so don't even believe anything. So I just wanted to go through this and cover all of this as I read to you guys this. But I just don't believe it. So nothing has been confirmed. Hopefully, they're not going to do the unthinkable, like I mentioned before. Um, let's switch gears to wrestling, to one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, The Undertaker. So, for those of you who've seen my reaction to AJ Styles cutting a promo on Undertaker, and he brought out some very personal things about Mark Calloway, about being a old man, being past his prime and all that. And I personally feel like this is all based off of real life. So next week they're supposed to have a contract signing between Undertaker and AJ Styles. So I think if they continue on with the, you know what I'm saying, with rumors, well, I mean not rumors, but with the rivalry between Undertaker versus AJ Styles, I personally felt like this episode should be very interesting. But I'm trying to see if I can find something his his retirement. So he said that he was gonna retire after WrestleMania. I'm not sure what to believe, but ever since he got on board with Michelle, his wife, um, I don't think I can find it, but I guess we could just go. You know what? I'm not even going to say nothing though, but I could just tell you this from my personal opinions on this. Why, Undertaker, if he decides to retire or not. That's something that he decides to do. It's his decision. He's old enough to do that on his own. You know, as far as like the smarks go, the so-called doctor fans of the Undertaker caring for his well-being, like you really, I'm not even gonna say this though, but If Mark Calloway chooses to retire, I say let him. It's not up to y'all. It's up to him. I've said this a billion times, and you people still want to parent him, and it's just stupid enough. Like he has his wife and his daughter to decide for his retirement, not you fans. And I think this is all due to his wife Michelle basically coming, well, calling the WWE out for not including her in the women's history. I mean, women's wrestling's history books. Uh, and then Mark Calloway got into the mix as well. And Vince has claimed that he's gonna suffer the consequences if they decide to let him go, or if he should just retire. But I think Mark Calloway basically was telling Vince that after WrestleMania he's gonna retire. I'm not sure if that's true or not. If so, then I applaud him for making his decision because he tries to tell Vince, but I just truly think that Vince McMahon is in favor of The Undertaker so much. And a lot of people don't realize that The Undertaker is the only active wrestler in the WWE. You know, is the only legend in that company that is still wrestling. So I think to me, just having him making his own decisions is the most important thing. So if he wants to wrestle, let him. If he wants to retire, let him. That's his choice. That's his decision. If he feels like he still go, I say go for it. At 55 years old, soon to be 55, well, 55 years old, I think he's going to end up retiring. We're not sure if that's going to happen, but if he did retire, like if he makes his final retirement, not being staged, not being scripted, like being real retirement, then I think it would be cool if the company can to celebrate his legacy and honor his legacy. But a lot of these fans saying that Undertaker is ruining his own legacy. Like only it's like you guys are basically ruining his own legacy by complaining and crying about him still retiring. I mean, still wrestling or not. Like and calling yourself caring about his well being. And the truth is, I don't think you don't. You just love to complain about an old man, but you're not his doctor. Y'all are not his doctors. He can't hear you. So I believe Undertaker will win at WrestleMania. It's just a matter of time before he decides to retire for good. That's if he wants to. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen though. But once I get into information on this, I will let you guys know about his retirement. So yeah. The last thing I want to cover up is John Cena's retiring from WWE for good. And I say it's been a long time coming. You know, I used to be a fan of John Cena growing up. The whole Thugonomics character was one of my favorites of his. And I feel like he got over the crowd with this whole Thugonomics character. The more he freestyled, the more funny moments and funny segments he made with Edge, Lita, and he freestyling and stuff. It's just so hilarious to see that from John Cena back in 2002 and 3. You know, I mean, listen, hey, what's up, Big D? I haven't seen you in a while. So here's the thing: if he wins at WrestleMania, I don't know if he's going to retire or not. If he's going to keep wrestling, unless they're doing a storyline between him and AJ Styles, because I know there's going to be a whole lot of smarks out there, PG smarks they're going to be still complaining about Undertaker still wrestling, and I really think that to me, yeah, Undertaker believes you have to lose your final match, which I agree. Probably so. I mean, I don't think I would like to see his final match end that way, because the last time they did that, it was with Roman Reigns 3 years ago, and it was all a storyline. He didn't really retire, but In 2018, he came back looking fresh himself against John Cena, even though that stupid botch move that Cena did with the big boot to the face, and Undertaker looked healthy. His hair grew out long, and he looked defiant against Rusev in the casket match at Saudi Arabia. Two of the worst tag team matches between the DX. Forget about that. You know, Undertaker looked good against Roman Reigns, Shane McMahon, and Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules last year. So just imagine what Undertaker's going to look like at WrestleMania. So if it is, well, if it is true in fact that Undertaker will be tired, then I say I admire him for it. I'm proud of him. I would say thank you for you've done 30 plus years in the company. You helped build this house. Here's here's the thing that people do not understand and realize. The Undertaker helped build the WWE slash F for that matter though. In the 90s, he helped build the WWF. He was one of the best characters since 1990. Even as a heel, he was still being the most popular character. Even as a babyface, he was a top character. I mean, you know what I'm saying? In the 90s, The Undertaker was, Big D, I'm not sure if he's going to retire. I don't know. I don't know. But he might. I'm not sure. But I guess he would have to make his official retirement from the WWE on social media. You know, rather come out and announce his real retirement. Maybe sure. When was that? Oh yeah, yeah. You probably talking about the 1998 WrestleMania, WrestleMania 14 when Austin won the title from Shawn Michaels when Mike Tyson was a referee. Uh, maybe so. We'll just have to wait and see. But I am pretty interested in the contract signing next week on Raw because I want to hear what Undertaker has to say to AJ Styles now that AJ brought up his personal life on TV. I know it's scripted and everything, but I was that flabbergasted when he did that though. But I got to give the writers credit for it though. So getting back to John Cena, his thugonomous character is what drew me in, made me a fan of the WWE, and he was funny, he was hilarious. He joined on Stephanie, he joined on Leah and the Edge a lot, and it was really hilarious though. Back when TV 14 was a huge thing and was made more watchable than PG. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to be a fan of John Cena around 2010 when they did the whole Nexus thing. You know, true. Yeah, you're right though. Yeah, I agree with Jim Cornette as well when he brought out what you said about being used in a big event like WrestleMania. That should be the only time he's permanently limited for WrestleMania, not for every single match though. And I believe that you know Undertaker might have told Vince McMahon that I want a retirement match. I want to retire out, make more appearances, but not having to wrestle in every match because of my age. And he did say on his own well being that he cares about his own well being. That's what That's what Mark Calloway actually said in an interview. I mean, if you watch uh, WrestleMania YouTube channel, when he brought up, the Undertaker's, retirement, saying that he wants to retire on his own well-being, not the fans' well-being, but his own well-being. And I've been saying this for the longest. It's not up to the fans to decide if when Undertaker to retire. It's up to the man himself to decide if he wants to retire. Oh wow, really? I didn't know that. I mean, I want to ask this. Each time when Raw or SmackDown have shows in Memphis, Tennessee, even though that's where Jerry the King Lawler is also Jim Lawler his is from anyway, do they boo him? Do they cheer for him? I mean, I don't know what's the deal. Oh wow, so that's what the finisher is from. I had no idea that she didn't that she used AJ Styles the Style Clash finisher. That kind of makes sense why she was wrestling differently in back in 2010, when they did this whole terrible storyline with Mickey James and the whole Piggy thing. It's ridiculous. And which is a good thing because AEW does listen to fans, you know, which unlike the WWE, they don't. Vince McMahon has never listened to the fans whatsoever. I would bet you if Cody Rhodes were to take over the WWE, you know, I would bet you he would listen to the fans and let Mark Calloway retire on his own well-being. I would think Mark Calloway would be the happiest man in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I guess you could say that. Um, oh, trust me, they are. Especially about Undertaker still wrestling, they're the worst. And these PG fanboys and girls, kids of all ages, they don't like when when legends like Stone Cold, The Rock, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, you know, Hulk Hogan, the NWO, the Attitude Era guys coming back to wrestle, taking a spotlight and stuff. But what they don't really understand, when legends come back, they draw ratings. They put people in seats. PG wrestlers, they put people out of seats. You know what I'm saying? So there's a huge difference. I mean, that should tell you something. I mean, Baker Lynch and Seth Rollins are jokes. Especially Seth Rollins last year, he was just a PG sellout, always defending the company. You know, whether the fans criticize the product for being too PG and too trashy and too boring, and you can't change the fans' minds. You know what I'm saying about the whole product. If you wanted to give the fans what they want, you're gonna have to change how your product is. Go back to TV 14. Don't listen to the sponsors like NBC or whatever for that matter. Just do your own format. Do what you've been doing. So I guess they can't do that because soccer moms will just come out complain about they swearing too much on TV. They got blood. They got a lot of profanity and stuff on TV. Like, come on. Like, this is what the WWE is known for. even with the whole Edge and Randy Orton storyline when he RKO Beth Phoenix and Edge by hitting Edge with the chair while Edge's head was laying on the chair and just smack him with it. They did the same thing to MVP, showcasing what's going to happen at WrestleMania. And you want to know what I would love for them to do? To do a hardcore match at WrestleMania this year. I would bet you that match will tell a huge story between Edge and Randy Orton. So yeah, AEW is still one of the better company, than NXT. So let me just say this though. I feel like season 2 of AEW is going to be very interesting because they got some very interesting things coming up, and I sometimes feel like I don't care about the ratings anymore because what I don't understand is that the people from NXT, the PG fans from the WWE, will say that AEW sucks. Well, NXT sucks because it's boring, the crowd sucks, and you can tell it's just bland. They don't hate each other in the steel chair. It's just a bunch of indie wrestlers that I've seen, and not enough like impact action that we all grew up and loved watching as children. You know, I agree, man. I mean, Dustin Rose, he can still go in his 50s. That's that same goes for the Undertaker, even though he has multiple injuries and surgeries throughout the years. If he can still go, I say go for it. Yeah, they are, man. I just think what I'm saying, All Elite Wrestling is the better product. I mean, even when its first episode premiered, it drew in more ratings than NXT, and I should tell you something. And plus, they do a whole lot of TV 14 stuff at AEW than the WWE will ever do. They're trying to do it, but they don't do it like often. Like if you're going to do it, do it. Don't sit there and just stay PG if you're doing some TV 14 stuff on social media, like taking booty pictures and twerking and carrying on, and you can't even show all that on TV. Like kids don't even care. They have social media. They're gonna see some stuff like that. So you can't even show that on a PG show, but you do that outside the company. Like it's just ridiculous, man. That's why I don't like the WWE them anymore because of it. They're just hypocrites, to be honest. Yeah, that too. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people prefer AEW because they're not sponsored, and they better not do that for the next 5 years. They're going to end up being the most top companies, and sooner or later, Vince McMahon is going to have no choice but to change how his product is, and he can keep on denying it all he wants, but we all know deep down inside that he is scared. Vince McMahon is a scared little punk because he is afraid to admit that AEW is a better company. Like you're gonna have to face facts. So he is though, and plus he's the owner of AEW. So I say go for it. If he could be an owner and wrestle at the same time, it means that it'll give him more freedom to be creative with his own storylines and his own writing and stuff. I believe that chances are that AEW is going to be the most talked about company within the next 20 years or so. I mean, or so. As long as they don't go the old TNA route, because look what happened to TNA. TNA used to be a thing back in the day. Now it just became the most boring product I've ever seen, and the crowd is dead. The wrestlers suck, and the commentator, so the commentary is just flat out terrible, and TNA is just dead. Well, yeah, it is though, but in like Dusty, he didn't put the title on himself. Jared Russo. Yeah, man. I just think you know what I'm saying. I just think the whole wrestling thing is just getting, especially the WWE. I feel like they been stopped trying to be good. Almost maybe 50 years ago. Maybe if it wasn't for the Attitude Era, they wouldn't be here. But and the Ruthless Aggression Era could have stayed in 2008 when they before they went HD. Because I think once they went HD and when the PG element started came out, they did have some decent moments, some decent matches, some decent storylines, but as it went on, it got stale real quick. So blame John Cena for that. He's the one that's burying more talent than anybody else, though. So they're way talented than him. I think everybody despises Vince Russo, but at the same time, you gotta give Vince Russo credit for his opinions on stuff, and yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think I have anything else to talk about, but I think I went over the Power Rangers reboot rumors. I've talked about Undertaker and John Cena retiring from the WWE, and yeah, I think that's about it. So if you guys enjoyed this live stream, this is a very good live stream. I thank y'all for tuning in, and this is a much love community for the DC viewers and the DH family. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you guys are just so supportive of every video I make, every live stream episode. Yeah, yeah. John Cena did say that he's gonna be retiring at WrestleMania. So thank the Lord. So well, but anyway, guys, this is DHR2 Productions, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out.